What's poppin', everybody? My name is Evo from the Cool Kids channel. Today is going to be the ultimate review of every single Sonic the Hedgehog 3 5-inch figures. So today we're gonna review all of these figures. As you can see, that's the Master Emerald right there, Robotnik, Gerald. You see all these figures? Every single one of them we're gonna review in today's video. So yeah, from wave 1 to wave 3. So get ready. This might be a long video. Probably grab a snack just in case if it is. But get ready for this awesome video. Okay, so first up we're gonna start with Sonic from wave 1. Sonic is the whole reason this all started. So I'm reading this description on the phone. Like the bios and stuff that they have on the figures. So yeah, let's get started. Sonic is on a roll. Saved the world twice, but who's counting? And has 2 besties for his team. But will they be enough to handle a devastating new threat? Well, if you haven't watched Sonic Movie 3 yet, you should probably watch it to find out if they have. Anyways, let's start with Sonic. Sonic is really cool. On mine, there's a little blue paint flaw on his chest or stomach or wherever. Yeah, but it looks really cool. These, I don't know what these quills are for. They don't light up though. This is cool. Better than the Sonic Movie 3. Once again, the Sonic Movie 2. Sonic Movie 2 where they were 4 inches, but the new ones for Sonic 3 are 5 inches, so yeah. Anyways, Sonic has 22 points of articulation. Let's go over it. Okay, so he has head articulation with a ball joint too. He has butterfly joints. Shoulders can go up high about there, pretty good, and down about there, also pretty good. Bicep swivel. He has elbows and a bend and twist at the wrist, fingers open and close, and he has the waist. Also, he could do an ab crunch. And then his legs kick far forward about there. Actually, that's really good. And kick far back about there. It's not that bad. And then you can bend his knee, thigh rotation, and ankles. So yeah, that's it for Sonic. Now let's move on to his best buddy, Tails the Fox. Okay, so here is miles Tails per hour from Sonic Movie 3. So I'm gonna read his description, and it reads: Tails is Sonic's best bud. Using his brains, tons of gadgets, and of course his 2 tails, he will do everything he can for his friends. Nice. What a good friend Tails is. Yeah, but this Tails is actually really cool. For the wave 1, this is wave 1. When it first came out, it used on the bottom of his shoes. It used to always be gray, but now they fixed it. Now it's black, which is the right color, so that's cool. And I got the black, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, other than that, it's a really nice Tails figure. I like this Tails figure. Yeah, now let's move on to articulation. Articulation for Tails is, he has 20 points of articulation, so 2 less than Sonic. So first with the head, which is really good, ball joint, and also can just move around. And butterfly joints, shoulders, can go up about there, and down about there. Elbows, I think that's double jointed. And he has a bend and twist at the wrist, fingers, and then his tails. So you can move his tails, both of them, or you could even move them by themselves because they have a joint there. No waist. He has for the legs, so you kick far forward about there, far back about there. Yeah, and then knees, and then ankles. So yeah, he can't really stand up, you see? So you're forced to just have his tails, like, be down, because then that's gonna help him stand up. So yeah, really nice figure. Next figure. So here is the Wave 1 Shadow figure. Everyone was really excited about this figure, especially when it came out. Well, obviously, yeah. But let's go on. Like, bro, this Shadow is actually really cool. Like, the rings on him are cool. And then he also has these rings on his shoes. The shoes are really nice. He actually has peg holes right here, so you could put him and stand in different position. But yeah, and the articulation on this figure is nice. So let's go into it. Same as Sonic, he also has 22 points of articulation, but but for the head, I feel like he can more move his head than Sonic and Tails. So that's a plus. Look up about there and down about there, and yeah, butterfly joints. Shoulders go up about there and down about there. Bicep swivel, bend at the elbows, and bend and twist at the wrist, fingers, and then the waist. Then you can kick his leg far back about there, but look, I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why. Oh, okay. I hear a snap. I don't want to break this Shadow figure. So, but I think that's how far forward he could go. He could kick forward. He can't. Oh wait, no, he can, but just barely. He can kick back, but barely. And then we do got the ankles. So yeah, really great. Sorry, I forgot to read Shadow's description, but I'll read it. Shadow is a fierce and mysterious foe who is determined to accomplish his goals and won't let anything stand in his way. Nice. Alright, now let's go on to the next figure. Here is the last figure for Wave 1, which is Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Oh, oops. And it reads for his description. Ivo Robotnik proves that you can't keep an evil genius down for long and sets his sights on world domination. No big deal. Anyways, this Robotnik figure actually looks really good. Look at the paint details on the shoes, the gold, the front, and the back. Look at that. Jackson really did a really good job on this figure. Also on the jacket too. This jacket is all like rubbery. Same with Gerald's, but I'm gonna go into that later. Yeah. So yeah. Move on to articulation. Here is, okay, so Ivo has 20 points of articulation. Head articulation, a little bit of a ball joint. Can't really look up that much though, and he can't really look down. He's just gonna look straight. Shoulders, can go far forward about there, and far back, far down about there. And then bicep swivel, and elbows, and then a bend and a twist at the wrist, and his waist, move all around, and it's hard to like let him kick forward because of the jacket. You can try to move the jacket, but it doesn't really do anything. So this is how far he could kick forward. Can he even kick back? Hold on. I don't even think he could kick back. That's how far he could kick back, bro. But he has the thigh articulation, knees, and ankles. So yeah, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, ankles are really good on him, so yeah. Okay, now let's move on to Wave 2. Okay, so here is our first figure for Wave 2, which is Supersonic. Supersonic is the unstoppable form for Sonic. In this state, his power is unmatched. Or is it? Wow. Okay. So Supersonic looks great. I really like this figure. The yellow is like really nice on him. Yeah. Uh yeah, and look at this shoes. I'm actually just excited to go in the articulation, so let's go right into it. 22 points for on our articulation for Supersonic, which is the head, obviously, the ball joint, and then he also has butterfly joints. Shoulders can go up about there and down about there, and bicep, elbows, and then bend, and okay, I really do not want to. Oh, there we go. Bend and twist at the wrist, fingers, always as always, waist, kick far forward about that. That's really good. Oh my gosh, wow, that might have been our best one. And back about there, even back is cool. Is good. Thigh and knees and ankles. So that's it for Supersonic. Now let's move on to the next figure. Here is Chow Mascot Tails. Honestly, it's a pretty just boring figure because like he only appeared like a few seconds in the movie. That's it. But I mean, still a good figure though. Yeah, he also has a good description. So let's read. Sometimes being a genius means sporting a mascot costume from your favorite Japanese cafe. Yeah, 20 points of articulation. And now let's go over it. Also, he has a big head. This guy's really easy to find now. He's like everywhere. He used to be the hardest, but now he's the easiest. Yeah. Now let's go to articulation. Okay, so he pretty much has the same articulation as the other Tails figure. But I feel like he has more head articulation. And butterfly joints, and elbows, and bend and twist at the wrist, fingers. And then he could kick far forward about there, far back about there, and then knees, and then ankles. And then we got the ultimate Tails articulation. So yeah, that's it for Chow Mascot Tails. Now let's go on to the next figure. Okay, so here is Knuckles, the Echidna Warrior. I'm using this Knuckles from the 4-pack because the Knuckles that comes in the individual pack is the same thing, so I did not buy it, so I'm just using this from the 4-pack. Anyways, his description reads, Knuckles is one tough echidna with no time for small talk. For small talk, he will protect the Master Emerald no matter the cost. Wow. Okay. And this Knuckles actually looks really good. Look at that. Look at the shoes, man. The details is really nice. Also, the articulation is really cool. So, let's go right into it. Okay, so the articulation for Knuckles, he has 22 points of articulation. Head, he could barely move it because the dreadlocks things. And kind of a ball joint. Not really, actually. He can go, his shoulders can go far up about there and down about there. And bicep swivel. He has his elbows and bend and twist at the wrist, and he has the opening gloves or whatever. And the waist, and he could kick far forward about there, and far back about there, and thigh articulation, knee articulation, and ankles. That's it for Knuckles then. Okay, next figure. Okay, so here is the next figure for Wave 2. Actually, the last figure for Wave 2. and it is Shadow, but with his angry expression. Yeah. Let's read his description. His description is actually the same thing as the Wave 2, the Wave 1, but I'll still read it just in case if you guys forgot. So Shadow is a fierce and mysterious foe who is determined to accomplish his goals and won't let anything stand in his way. So, yeah. Also the same point of articulation, but I like the angry face, it's cool. I guess we'll just go into the articulation, just in case if you guys forgot. Alright, so ball joint at the head, and also head articulation. You can, his shoulders can go up about there and down about there. Butterfly joints, biceps swivel, bend at the elbows, bend and twist at the wrist, fingers, and the waist. And he could kick far forward about there, far back. He can't really kick far back. I don't know. Maybe he can. I'm just not probably doing it right. And thigh, knees, and ankles. So that's it for Shadow for the angry expression. Yeah. Now let's move on to Wave 3. Okay, so here is Wave 3. Here's our first figure, which is Sonic again, but he just comes with the Master Emerald. And same description too. I'll read it just in case. Sonic is on a roll, saved the world twice, but who's counting? And has 2 besties for his team. But will they be enough to handle a devastating new threat? So yeah, same description. Same point of articulation, 22 points. I guess I'll still go over it. But the Master Emerald looks really cool. I like this Master Emerald. It's cool. Yeah, I guess we'll just go into articulation. Okay, so 22 points. He has the head and butterfly joints go up about there and down about there, and I guess a bicep and bend and elbows, bend and twist at the wrist fingers, waist. He could go kick far forward about there, which is really good. Oh my gosh, far back about there, and then twist at the thigh, knee bend, and ankles. So that's it for Sonic with the Master Emerald. So yeah, let's move on to the next figure. Okay, so here is Knuckles with the Flames of Disaster, or Fire Fist Knuckles. So his description is the same thing as Wave 2, but I'll still read it. Knuckles is one tough echidna with no time for small talk. He will protect the Master Emerald no matter the cost. So yeah, Knuckles actually looks great. It's the same thing. Yeah, nice shoes. You could actually take the flames off, and I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so I took one of the flames off here, and now I could do, here, I'm gonna do the articulation for this. He has 22 points, so head, same thing as barely anything. Elbows can go up about, it's kind of hard to move it up. I don't know how to, like, I guess how far? What is this? Whatever. Elbows, bend and twist at the wrist. He has the opening mittens, and yeah, that was the articulation that was hiding from the fist. He can kick far forward about there, and far back about there. Thigh, knees, and ankles. That's it for Knuckles with his Fire Fist. So I'm just gonna put that back on. There we go. Be careful when you're putting it on and take it off. So yeah, that is Knuckles. So now let's move on to the next figure. Okay, here is Super Shadow. Look at this. This is such a nice figure. Oh yeah, this is such a beautiful figure. The color is so nice. Yeah, and also the description is really cool. So the description says, Super Shadow is the unstoppable form of the ultimate life form. His speed and strength is devastating as he harnesses the limitless power of the Master Emerald. Wow, okay. Now, like, bro, okay, actually, this is so nice. You notice that his rings are, like, kind of more yellow? I think that means that he's, like, trying to power up or something. But this is such a nice figure, man. I really love this figure. Yeah, I noticed that his tail is like rubbery. It's funny. But yeah, now let's go on to the articulation. He also has 22 points of articulation. Um, ball joint at the head and butterfly joints. Twists at the bicep. That's what I forgot. Elbows, bend and twist at the wrist. Fingers. He could kick far forward about there, far back about there, and thigh, elbows, and ankles. So yeah, and waist. That's it for Super Shadow, but it's a nice figure. I like this figure. Now let's move on to the last figure of this figure, this wave, or I don't know, this wave, I guess. Okay, so here's the last figure we are going to do today, which is Dr. or Professor Gerald Robotnik. This figure is cool, and his description says, Professor Gerald Robotnik is the genius scientist behind Project Shadow and grandfather to Dr. Ivor Robotnik and Maria. Well, who's counting? Yeah, now let's go on to the figure. Okay, no, this seriously though, this figure is so freaking cool, man. Like, oh my gosh, the amount of the smallest detail that they just put on this figure is really cool. Look at that. He has the name tag badge. It's hard to read. I don't think you guys can read it. It shows a picture of Gerald. It also says Dr. Gerald Robotnik. It's hard to read, but yeah. And he also has his belly. Look, he even has a watch. This is such a nice figure. And he has wrinkles at the back of his lab coat. He has 18 points of articulation. So, let's go right into it. Okay, I actually want to count the articulation. So, head, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't even notice in this review. He has a waist, but it's just under the lab coat. 7, 8, oh wait, no, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, how do I count 19? I don't know. But either way, he has 18 points of articulation. So yeah, this is Gerald Robotnik. So yeah. Okay guys, that's going to be it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it all a lot. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Click the bell button. See you next time. Peace.